It's time for the show that brings the magic right to your speakers. Ears Up!
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Ears Up Podcast. We are in the studio messing around with our little Tamagotchi ghost man over on the Twitch channel. It's driving me absolutely batty, but because I don't know how anything works. You know, I always feel kind of older than I probably am. And then technology gets into the picture, and I can't figure out left from right sometimes. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Just make it work. Things have gotten, like, too easy and simultaneously too confusing. I don't know if any of the older people realize that, too, where it's like...
It's happening again.
Where it's like, you know, it's easy. So, for example, I'm just like farting around with like AI stuff, you know, because I want to teach it to Alice at least a little bit to like let her know what technology is doing. And odds are she's probably going to have to deal with some kind of AI thing in the future for her lifetime, right? So I'm like, okay, well, here's what I'll do is I'm going to learn like AI text to video generation, and we're going to teach it. I'm going to teach it to her over the summer.
Oh, okay.
Just to like learn some things and, you know, whatever, right? You think it's easy. You think it's you hear the phrase text to image generator or text to video generator, and you go like, oh, that should be super easy. It's text to image. I just write out what I want to see in Magic, ba-boom, it happens. That's not how it is. There's much like dialing in and like compressing the thought and then expanding and then whatever. And every time it costs these friggin' tokens. So you could spend a couple bucks like trying to like massage and generate this image, but then it never comes out the same way twice because it's AI, right? So it doesn't know that it's supposed to keep the same thing and then just change little tiny bits of it. And so you just get lost, and I feel so out of the loop because I can't do this thing. Meanwhile, there's people on like TikTok. There's this account called Full Warp, and you should find it. I should play it on a stream once. And it's where it's just this AI slop that warps into these monsters, and these people warp together and fly out. It's just weird. That's what I want to do. I want to make the weird stuff. I can't do that. I just feel so frustrated. And then I sit down and cry.
It's a new language, and I get if it was iterative, it might be more useful. Where you're like, okay, take that and just do a little bit more of this. And I think you can do some of that. I haven't really messed around with video, but
you can do some of that. Like in Midjourney, you can, but it's still not, exact. But once that happens, that's wild. I mean, there's already wild stuff. Like Google has the VO3 movie generator, for lack of a better word.
Okay,
and that's supposed to be awesome. Where you can like pick your camera angles and stuff like that. Like you can, it's just weird, crazy stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. But even with a bot in the chat room on Twitch, I can't figure out. That's why I need a nerd. I need to hire a nerd recording for $4.
$4. Okay, hey, there you go.
We don't make any money. What do you want from me? You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm just saying, somebody got some cash.
Maybe.
Good for them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? But anyway, thank you very much, Rudy, for joining right in the middle of my technological mental breakdown. I appreciate you very much. I've been in the studio a lot lately. I was in here all day, just working on other shows. We just recorded the first episode of the second season of the Buena Vista Boys last weekend, right. And I finally got that edited, shipped it out over to Matt, and he said he loves it, so that's really great. We have a new theme song. I have a new kind of way of editing some stuff, and it's going to be pretty cool. So what I'll probably do before I release it, I might just push it on Patreon for a couple of days and let all the Patreon people grab it first. I think it'd be cool. But it was a lot of fun. We covered Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
It was weird, dude. It was weird. It was I'd never seen it. Most of these movies I've never seen. But it was odd. I'll tell you that right now. And then Matt, digs up a little bit of background about the production and how much it costs and who is in it and what else they've done and whatever. And that's a lot of weird stuff too. That script bounced around Hollywood for like 20 years.
Oh wow, yeah. That's the stuff I don't know. I just remember it being really freaked out about it at some point in time.
Yeah, well, apparently it would have been freakier, had Ray Bradbury got his way, but Disney butted up into it. So
take a seat, Ray.
So that's happening. I don't know when we're going to start like publishing these shows. I want to record episode 2 first, which is going to be Now You See Him, Now You Don't, with Kirk Douglas in the it's the sequel to the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes.
Oh, okay.
Another Medfield College banger. And,
wow.
Yeah. So I just finished watching that, make notes. Well, I want to record that. But anyway, so that's coming. Buena Vista Boys Season 2 is coming. If you want to catch early, please subscribe over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/EarzUp. $5 a month gets you not only, whatever I decide to put out there, but consistently we got the secret show where we do through, Disney news and give a cocktail recipe and kind of hang out. And there's a bunch of other stuff up there too from all the other shows on the network. So it's a lot of fun and it helps support the network. Without Patreon, we wouldn't be doing this. So I do appreciate everybody who's a supporter over there. And speaking of supporting, I don't know, I thought I had a segue there, and I don't.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure where you're going. I can't help out.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Speaking of supporting the changes to the Disney parks, why don't you go to a Disney park? And the only way to go to a Disney park, in my humble opinion, is through ConciEARS. You go to ConciEARS.com. ConciEARS with an S, not a Z like ears up, but with an S. And they will help you book your most magical vacation to one of the Disney parks in the Americas here, folks. And, I know everyone says it, well, I've been before. Why do I need somebody to help me? You don't need somebody to help you, but you can if you want to. You can grab your tickets through ConciEARS. It helps support everybody. And if you need them at any sort of date for like booking reservations, or maybe you're in the park and you're like, hey, how do I do this? They are at your beck and call. And it's free. All the services that they provide are free. You pay nothing extra than what you would be paying from the Disney parks, buying a ticket. So they can help you do all that kind of stuff. And if you've never been, or maybe you're going to go with like your family and it's a big group and you're like, I don't want to deal with the hassle of figuring out how to get, Aunt Julia and Uncle, Marcus into at the same time. It's just the whole thing. They got to book reservations, but I know they're not really smart on the computer. So how do I do that? And I got to get you just let ConciEARS do all that kind of stuff. They will beg you to let them do it, and they'll do it right. They'll handle it, so you don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to worry about is not having your knees blow out on day 3. You know what I mean? That's all you got to worry about.
They could suggest some shoes, probably. Or
could they?
Set you up for a rascal,
dude.
You're like, my knees, they're about to go. Hang on, don't worry. We'll have a scooter delivered to your door.
That would be pretty funny, actually, to like have a ConciEARS official like accessories list of like, these are the brands that we recommend, like, Asics, 390 gel ultra shoes or whatever. Be kind of funny.
Skechers slip-ons for me.
I don't have to bend over. Grandma doesn't have to bend over and get her extra large shoehorn. It's the best.
Uh-oh, we've got 2 concierges in the chat chatting about the shoes that they recommend.
Uh-oh.
You know what? Marie is right. We do have an Amazon affiliate link.
You do? I didn't even know that. Wow. Well, see, there you go. Look, man, I have the best ideas probably, years too late. You know what we really should be doing? Exploring space. I feel like that's a good thing to do.
Well, I mean, the last rocket blew up, but the next one probably won't.
The last 9 have blown up. we're doing great, right, man. I love giving money to that kind of stuff. Anyway, check them out, ConciEARS.com. All right, so on today's show, we are going to kick off with Eric talking about Epic Universe. Now, this is something I didn't even know about until Florida Boy in the chat one time was like, "Are you going to talk about Epic Universe?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what that means." And he told me. I was like, "No." And then I told Eric, and he's like, "But it's cool." And I said, "Okay, well then do it." You're going to be my expert.
Everybody's talking about it, Jason. You don't want to be left out.
No, I don't. This is one thing I don't want to be left out of, which is great. Usually I want to be ignored. But today, of all days, is the day I want to talk about Epic Universe. And then we're going to take a break, and then the lovely Miss Taryn will be joining us, and she's going to be telling us about everything that's going down at the Disneyland parks right now for the 70th anniversary. I was hoping to have my friend on. He was on a show several years ago, my Imagineer friend Matt, who, what were they talking about? They were doing some Earth Day thing where they would make sculptures out of garbage.
A
Do you
lot of
remember
cans and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And his team won. They did like an Iron Man or something like that. But
Yeah,
he
cool.
did a thing for the parks for the 70th. And I was like, "Hey, dude, you got to come in and chat." He goes, "Yeah, or I can get you like a real guest." I'm like, "Okay." And then I haven't bugged him about it. So my bad. But Taryn's going to cover all the stuff that you can see right now in the parks. You go, what's happening, some food, events, or whatever. And it should be a lot of fun. And I think the parks are celebrating for at least several months. So you got some time to plan ahead.
Are you saying that Taryn and I are not real guests?
You're not guests.
Oh, okay.
No.
I guess we're here once.
You're
in a while.
hosts.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose that's true. The nomenclature, yeah.
Right.
All right.
You know, words, man. All right, Eric. Well, you know what? Why don't you kick us off with a little bit of Epic Universe talk? And I swear it better be really, really epic. It better live up to the name.
Oh, man. Boy, howdy. It's the Epic Universe by Universal.
Okay. Yes.
Wow. Universal Parks, Orlando.
Wow. The Epic Universal.
Yes, that one. Not the other one. It's that one. Yeah, that probably should have been the name to make it more clear.
Well, look.
Because otherwise, Epic Universe, you don't know it's from Universal. It could have been Epic Universe SeaWorld.
I'm gonna have such a hard time editing all these pauses.
Oh my
out.
goodness! If they show up, if the listeners can't hear it, I don't know. Maybe it's just us getting distracted by nothing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's us getting distracted by absolutely nothing.
Right. As opposed to getting distracted by words that we said and things that we randomly thought of. But yeah, hey, for the purposes of exclamation points, just imagine that there's one after every word when it comes to Epic Universe. It's that epic.
Okay. All right.
It's that exciting.
I love it.
Since I have not been to Epic Universe yet, I decided to read up some things and listen to some shows and watch some stuff. Just for the purposes of credit, major props to Sarah Present from ConciEARS, who was the first of our clan to go and wrote a lot of good notes about things and how to get in there. She was there during the preview days. Nice. Orlando Sentinel had some really great insights and articles that I read through Disney History Institute. That's Todd James Pierce's podcast. He went through some of the just kind of the background flavor of Epic, which probably won't feature that heavily into what I do here because he's like super nerdy and it was just fun to listen to his stuff.
All right.
You know?
Great.
Anyway. So, according to Universal, Epic Universe is their fourth gate in Orlando. Jason, would you like to count the amount of theme parks Universal has in Orlando? Have you been there? I don't know if you've been there.
Don't they have just two?
Incorrect, according to Universal.
Oh, okay.
They count Volcano Bay, their water park, as a theme park.
I didn't even know they had one. Yeah, I've been there. We went half a day.
Oh yeah,
just to do Harry Potter, and that's it. That's all we.
Oh, okay.
That's all we did. And then we did Simpsons Land, and that's literally it. Those two things, and we left.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
A good time. Brandy and I have sure done that trip a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason they counted for a while there. They were counting Volcano Bay as a theme park, so they could say it's a third gate. I don't know if they're going to continue doing that because Epic Universe is more of an actual theme park than a pretty cool water park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're counting, Walt Disney World has two, so cool water park. So come on, guys, come on. Yeah, I mean, do you think that even counts? Just
No.
obviously, it hasn't made a huge impact in your life.
No, it hasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here like monkeying around with the chat bot. So
Okay.
I should have cured everything. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. So ask me. You go ahead and ask me again. I'll do it. I'll say
All
whatever
right.
you need me to say.
In your opinion, is a water park an extra gate?
Yeah.
An extra theme park?
Yes, I think technically it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, well, I mean, it's an extra thing to do, right? And you walk through. It's literally you walk through a thing. It's all segregated and separated and whatever. Yeah, sure, man. Is it a valuable draw? Probably not. It's probably secondary, I would imagine, to a lot of other stuff that they have over there. Same thing with the Disney water parks. I can't imagine that anyone's like, what I would rather do is, sled down raw sewage lane than go back to the Magic Kingdom.
Well, you're talking about the up-and-coming Walt Disney World garbage land water
Yes.
extravaganza.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in 2028.
That's fair.
More to come.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, back to the actual theme parks. This park consists of 4 major IP-driven lands with an entrance plaza, which is also a land. It's big. It's got attractions. It's not just a hub.
Huh. Okay.
And a hotel,
It's like
which
a park
is not a
and a
land.
half. It's like a park and a half. Where,
Yeah, kind
it's like half a park where it's like,
There we go.
it's the entrance, but I don't know.
Yeah. There's actual stuff to do there, and clear on the other end of the park is a hotel that's right there on the side of the park, and that's kind of an interesting concept to kind of have 2 entrances to the whole place. Now, of course, all of the different lands in Epic Universe, but
Oh, yeah.
I'll explain it to the listeners.
Yeah.
Please indulge me while
Okay.
I tell all of them about the things that you already know.
Yes. Thank you. Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Celestial Park, that's the entrance plaza with a roller coaster and a carousel and other stuff that we'll get to. The Helios Grand Hotel, again, clear on the other side. Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, and How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Okay.
This is a large collection of words to tell you where you are and what you should be looking at. Instead of this being, this park is, so the whole history of this park is this is a parcel of land that Universal has owned for a long time that isn't directly connected to the rest of their area. It's not part of Islands of Adventure or original Universal Orlando. It's this separate thing, and they basically figured out a way to shoehorn this park in there and put in as much as they possibly can. So it doesn't have the luxury of having the big Disney style or even Universal style. Here's the center body of water. Here's the center castle. Here's the weenie. Here's what you're walking around. Here's how you see everything. It's kind of a figure 8 the way everything is laid out. It's very elongated.
All right.
So there are places to cross over. It's not completely impassable or anything like that, but it's definitely a different setup for a park, and it's completely based on here is what we own. What are we going to do with it? And that's kind of the idea.
That's fair.
Yeah. Now, lands. When you walk in, say you walk in the front door.
I walk in the front door.
You walk in the front door, you're in Celestial Park. This is fresh IP. There's nothing established here. This is all new stuff. It's based on constellations. It's all supposed to be starry. There's new stuff there. I guess now that it's open, there's supposed to be new characters there. But this is a place where you can get food. You can go to shops. You can go on a couple of rides.
Can I interrupt you real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
When you say based on constellations, what is that? I mean, beyond the obvious based on constellations, dummy. What does that mean? Like, I can't imagine a theme park being based around constellations. That sounds extraordinarily boring.
Well, it looks cool.
Okay. Well, that's
especially at night.
good. Well, yeah. Okay. I guess. Okay. I mean, I would hope so.
Right. Now, the whole point of this area is that, have you heard about the portals, Jason?
No.
No.
I don't know,
Okay.
maybe.
You have not heard about the portals.
Okay.
The whole point is this is a new area. You're walking into this new park, and it is essentially this gateway to the universe that brings you to all of these other IP-driven lands. So you have to literally step through a portal to go into these places. Elaborately themed giant stargates and such that you walk through. I don't know if you've seen the TV commercials. They're not really as stargatey as they are in those commercials. You could see to the other side. It's like the real world, okay?
Okay.
But the whole point being you're stepping through this from one themed place into another distinctly different themed place. And like the grand tradition of Disney, they're trying to hide as much as they can of the other portals from where you are, so you're not distracted. Yeah, when you're kind of walking up to the Harry Potter area, there's a big like golden hand up in the air holding a wand. That's actually almost fitting because it's just this tease. Like, well, wait, what's that? What am I going to see when I walk through this portal?
Yeah. Okay.
So the whole idea is to introduce you to the world. Here's where you are. This is a way to access other worlds. Which one do you want to go to? Now, while you're in this area, like I mentioned, there's places to get food. There's places to have drinks and sit down. There are a couple of rides. Now, one of the things that I'll reference multiple times through this whole thing is an Orlando Sentinel article that rated all of the major attractions, all the major rides, not even attractions, all the major rides at Epic Universal based on their fear factor, which is
Stop it.
It's a Universal property. I mean, come on.
Oh, like the TV show Fear Factor.
It's not really referencing the TV show,
Okay.
but that's what they named it. I'd like to hope that somebody was thinking of poor Joe Rogan.
Yeah, poor Joe Rogan.
Won't someone think of Joe Rogan?
The entire gateway to the red pill. Yeah, okay, great.
All right, so ranking on a 2 out of 10 on the fear factor scale to being much lower than 10, much less fearful, is the Constellation Carousel. It's a carousel in the entrance plaza. So carousel, cool thing to see when you walk into a park, something you expect to see.
Sure.
All of the animals are themed after constellations.
Okay, cute.
Leo the lion, Pisces fish, all that sort of stuff. The carousel does go forward. It also goes backwards at one point. As the music swells, it kind of goes backward, and then the whole thing kind of comes unmoored. So consider the way the teacups work, where there's a large disc that's rotating, and then several teacups around another disc that spin independent of all of that. So you have to be strapped into these things, into these carousel creatures, because they're going to go in directions you're not anticipating. And they also go much higher. They go 6 feet off the ground.
Okay, so I'm looking at a video now of it. Mm-hmm. And I was making fun of this in my head. I was planning a whole bit about like, 2 out of 10 for scariness. Wow, what... But I could definitely see that. First of all, it looks this area looks very like French, like Art Nouveau kind of, I don't know, muted gold and dark blue kind of, it's very evocative of that kind of thing.
Definitely.
But you're right. It's almost like how Mater's Junkyard Jamboree works. I think where the discs are like, have the anchor points on them, and then those can spin around ultimately, and then the whole platform spins with the things. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, it seems cool.
It looks great. It looks fantastic. I mean, you're right. It looks very beautiful.
The other attraction in this area, this entrance area, is Stardust Racers, which is rated
What is
I'm not
it?
going to get used to that.
What is it? Go ahead.
Welcome, Ewok Evo. It's Stardust Racers, which is ranked a 10 out of 10 on the Fear Factor scale. It's a dueling coaster. They both coasters are supposed to take off at the same time. 62 miles per hour top speed. There are 2 launches. There is 1 inversion. Both tracks are completely different. They intersect at various points. They wrap around each other. The whole point is to like have all these near misses with the other car. It seems really cool.
This is the roller coaster.
Right.
And this is a 10 out of 10?
This is a 10 out of 10.
It looks insane. It looks literally like someone threw spaghetti at a wall. Like, that's exactly how I want my coaster to be. Like, it is. It
Where
looks
are we
insane.
going?
Yeah,
What is it doing to me now?
You can't pick one track out of the other in this mess, in this jumble. It's flying spaghetti monster is what this is. That looks scary. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Sure, absolutely, dude.
Yeah. So this is the entrance to the land. You don't even have to get into anything, and you've already got 2 pretty cool attractions and other stuff to do in there.
But you have to buy a ticket for it. Like, this is like, right?
Yes, this is still part of the actual park.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So if we're going to go kind of clockwise based on the way most of the maps go, next up is Super Nintendo World. Hey, Taryn.
Hi.
Super Nintendo. Have you seen or been to? Like the Universal Hollywood
No.
Nintendo World. Okay.
No, but I've heard about it. I've seen some videos about it, and I think we maybe talked a little bit about the little controversy about the land and the size of it. You know.
Yeah. Well, this one's a little bigger.
Okay, good.
There's more to do. There are more attractions. Definitely a lot of other stuff going on. It's the same concept though. You walk in and you're inside a Nintendo Mario world, and a Donkey Kong world as a subset.
Oh shoot!
Which, I wish I had gotten up to Universal last time I was out there, but I still haven't. I haven't seen Hollywood, and I haven't seen this one yet either. But yeah, this one has multiple levels connected with stairs and elevators to get around.
Cute.
Which is kind of crazy that you're in Florida and you're taking like stairs up to a thing. It almost reminds me of Universal Hollywood, where it's built into the hills, so it's all like a convenience thing. Here, it's like, no, we just want to go up.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So one of the rides is a Yoshi attraction. That's basically the people mover on a cartoon dinosaur. It seems lame, like in description. From videos that I've seen, it looks so much fun. You're just riding around on a people mover, like pointing out eggs. You're finding Yoshi's eggs.
That's cute.
It's like a game? Like,
It's a game, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so it's people mover with something to like kind of shoot at, I guess, in a way.
All right.
It is ranked a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10.
I was wondering when we were going to get a 1 and what that means.
It is an all ages ride. There is a height restriction on it, but it's pretty low. Like if you've got a parent with it, I think the height limit is like 3 feet.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad.
And it's a little high off the ground. It's upstairs.
Okay.
But you're still riding through the land and looking at stuff. You get a good view of everything like a good people mover should have. It looks so cool.
Love it.
Next up is the Donkey Kong Mine Cart Madness, which is based on Donkey Kong Country. And it's the one that is designed to make it look like, especially from when you're not on the ride, when you're watching the ride in the distance, it sure looks like these people on these cars are like leaping chasms in their roller coaster car.
Really? That's cool, man.
And it's this whole sophisticated setup where it is actually moored on a different track that you can't see. Still, it seems fairly tame. It's ranked a 6 out of 10. Yeah, it might look like jumps from far away. You don't ever leave the track. You're totally safe. It's just fun. It doesn't have a great capacity. None of the rides in this theme park seem to have a lot of great capacity. And from what I've heard and read, it seems like Universal said, yeah, we get it. we wanted to make it better, not make it efficient.
Huh. Okay.
Which is, I suppose at some point you have to make that choice. Can we get more people on, or can we get people on in a way that they can experience something cool that they've never seen before?
Yeah, you're right. It's like quality versus quantity kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
That makes sense. It makes sense to like just say that too, to like own it.
Right.
I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, there are so few things that really match everything that get quantity and quality, like Pirates and Haunted Mansion. What else is going to match that?
Right. Well, and even then, those systems back up, and sometimes it's not either. Or it's one, right? It's quantity, but you have 8 boats in front of you and nobody's really moving. You think,
you're slamming into them. You're downstairs for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, this is great, man. But it beats waiting in line, I suppose.
Yeah, and you're out of the sun. It's great.
Yeah.
Don't drink the water.
That's right.
So the last attraction in Super Nintendo World is Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. It's, despite what you might think, you're in a Mario Kart. You are, well, that is probably what you would think. But that Mario Kart is a slow-moving dark ride.
Okay.
But you are wearing a Mario hat with goggles that is part of an AR experience that makes it feel like you're moving faster. You can shoot shells at other characters.
Didn't we talk about this one time? Wasn't this one of we had some kind of like, I think this was back when Terrence was around, where either he or I were like, we did some armchair imagineering about you using AR goggles and virtual reality to like enhance rides. This seems very familiar. It seems like I've had this idea before.
Well, once again, somebody owes you a pile of money.
Bro, tell me about it. If I had a pile of money for every time someone owed me a pile of money, I'd have a lot of piles of money.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So that's Super Nintendo World. There's fun stuff to do around there. You can buy a power band and you can like actually do the jump up and punch the question blocks and get coins.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. Love it.
There are other little mini games that you can do. There's a lot going on, and because this place is bigger than in Hollywood, it seems like it's a little bit less of an issue. We'll see how it really kind of bears out over the next few months as more and more people get into there. The whole park is open at this point, but after previews where everybody else was going in and trying it all out. So yeah, we'll see what happens as the summer months progress.
All right.
Next up on the list is Dark Universe. The second portal leads to the oldest IP, the Universal Monsters.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, there are 2 rides here. This is one where I'm sure it's great during the day, but I would love to see it in person at night. The pictures I've seen look amazing. They've got the mill from Frankenstein, the original movie Frankenstein that just lights on fire.
The mill.
So the climax of the movie Frankenstein.
No, I know. Yeah. There's the mill, but you said the mill from Frankenstein, but you ran it together, and I thought you said MILF.
Oh, jeez.
And
the
I
MILF.
want to clarify what you meant by that. But you didn't. You meant mill, and that's I get it now.
I don't think she's actually. I don't think the Bride of Frankenstein is there.
Okay, well that's too bad. Or she's a mom for that matter. But all right.
Yeah.
Okay, just a very funny joke that I decided to break into and tell. But go ahead, please.
The more you explained, the less I got it. It was great.
Yeah, good man.
Speaking of Frankenstein's, Victor is not part of all of this. His granddaughter, is it Victoria? I think it's Victoria.
Makes sense.
Frankenstein is the head of this one. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But yes, the mill starts on fire every 15 minutes, and then there's a big central clock tower that has lightning strike it and such. It's awesome.
That's cool.
Sounds really neat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I listened to the Mary Shelley Frankenstein book. Did we talk about that yet on this?
I believe
show?
You've mentioned it, at least to me.
It has nothing. It is nothing like what you think it is. Mm-hmm. It's like you watch the Frankenstein movies and you go like, oh, all right, let's read the book. It is nothing like any of the movies. It's like it's like a first person look at like Frankenstein's journal or whatever. But it's just like no, it's not even his journal. It's the Dr. Frankenstein's, journal. And
he's pursuing his monster.
Yeah, and he's just kind of complaining, and it's like a half a sentence on him making the thing, and then it's just weird. I don't know. I was kind of like, I'm reading a travel blog. It just didn't make much sense. I was like, I want to get the things out of it. I don't know, but anyway, that's my opinion.
That's funny.
What were you gonna say, Taryn?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I got
All right.
nothing.
Yeah, I told him not to talk to you too much today.
Two attractions in Dark Universe. One is Curse of the Werewolf. Curse of the Werewolf gets a 7 out of 10.
Ooh.
It is a spinning coaster. So it's not very long. But apparently the scenery changes as you go through it. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I haven't watched a video of this one because it's weird because you're spinning and you're on a roller coaster. Ugh. It's not fast, but you have all these different feelings, like you're suddenly going backwards and you're rotating while you're on the thing. And Animal Kingdom had one called, I was about to say Space Ranger Spin, which wouldn't be correct, would it? And now I can't remember the name. But it was like a wild mouse coaster that spun. So it was like, picture Goofy's Sky School, but your car spins around.
No. No. Absolutely not. 10 out of 10. 10 fear out of 10.
Yeah.
No. Who wants this?
No, I'd love it. I wish I could still go on that. That was great. Oh yeah.
It sounds like awful and that it would make me throw up.
It's entirely possible.
Well, I think that's why Eric can't go on it. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh.
Because Taryn would throw up on me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
Let's see. So the other is Monsters Unchained. It is a dark ride, amazing animatronics, high capacity. The line moves fast, but there's a detailed queue along the way. During preview times, while it was down, you could just walk through the queue and see a lot of the stuff that was going on. So this is the one that is led by Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. This is ranked a 9 out of 10, by the way, on Fear Factor.
Ooh.
So it's like you've been on the Harry Potter Hogwarts ride, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you've got the arm that moves you around and everything. It's one of those.
Bro,
Okay.
no, that almost sent me, dude.
That one's kind of rough.
Best.
Yeah. I hate being old, man. I hate getting old. Because like I would never used to be so easily dizzied. But that kind of that left me a little queasy. I was like, I couldn't do that a second time, man.
Yeah, constant smooth movement is weird. But because of how it is, like if you remember being really close to the Dementors on Forbidden Journey.
That specifically is the point where I started getting a little woohoo.
Oh yeah, because they flip you almost upside down at that point.
Yeah.
But this is a very similar style of ride with some screens and some animatronics. You're very close to everything.
I think that's almost harder to put the viewer closer to the thing. I mean, it's a good space saver, but you know, your attraction needs to be on point. Your lighting needs to be on point. All the details need to be bigger and better, and you know what I mean. You couldn't bring the viewer closer to an older attraction, like let's say, Pirates. Let's just stick with Pirates. Like you couldn't bring us any closer because you would just ruin the magic. I mean, even from the boats, you can kind of still see the little pneumatic arms coming up and stuff like that, right?
Right.
On Haunted Mansion, same kind of thing. So the closer you get, the more detailed, the more work that I think that needs to go into it. I think it's super impressive when rides can bring you as close to the thing as possible without ruining it.
Well, it sounds like they figured it out.
Nice.
Because I've heard nothing but good things about these animatronics. It sounds incredible. I'm really looking forward to that. Like anybody who's been longing for a Disney villains attraction, well, Universal pulled it off first by bringing in the oldest villains they've got in the book. And everybody's there. The story goes that like Victoria creates her Frankenstein's monster and or reanimates him or whatever, and has been capturing monsters for some reason, but then Dracula gets out.
Oh, God. See, you know what? Typical Dracula. Classic Drac, dude.
I mean, he could turn into a smoke or a bat. What are you going to do?
Can't bottle smoke, man.
There you go. All right, so heading out of Dark Universe, you can pass the Helios Grand. It's a big hotel.
Wait,
Seems
what?
pretty cool.
One thing I want to mention about Dark Universe before we move on. Danny Elfman composed the area music for it.
Oh,
That's right.
that's
What do
cool.
you think of that? Little Disney tie-in.
I like it.
That's all. And you can get it
Okay.
on vinyl for you three vinyl heads. I know RGH is in the chat. Yeah, anyway, go ahead.
All right. Well, then you head to Harry Potter, where you are entering into France in the 1920s. From all accounts, it is an extremely immersive French area that actually, no shade against France in Epcot, but this is a specific portion of France that is based on the movies. It's based on, more specifically, on the Fantastic Beasts movies, which most people didn't like.
I didn't
So-
like him either. I watched the first one and I was like, wow, I'm really uninterested. And then I fell asleep during the second one and just never thought about it again.
Well, there you go. I've seen them multiple times. They're not the best, but we still watch them once in a while. I don't know. Some of the characters are fun, and I was hoping the storyline would continue, but then they're like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
No, and that's
instead,
kinda
they're
what they
just going to
did.
reboot Harry Potter.
There you go.
what I mean? Let's not extend the universe. Let's just pave over it and redo it.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what they did with the land here, where they built this amazingly immersive French street or series of streets where there is apparently an amazing show, a circus show that's in the land. That
could be cool.
the queue is designed. So here's how much they think this show is going to be great. The queue is designed to hold approximately 3 shows worth of people in the queue.
The queue. Okay. So you could have
Wow.
you could have the show full of people, and then 3 turns waiting in the queue
Exactly.
to just
Like
reset and do it again. Wow.
An hour and a half to 2 hours of people standing in the queue for a show.
Who's doing that? No one's doing that.
I think a lot of
apparently
people are
it's
doing that.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm deliberately avoiding some of that one because I hear it's definitely something you have to see. The attraction in the area is the Ministry of Magic, where somehow you will travel forward in time to go back to more popular characters.
Okay.
Where you enter the Ministry of Magic in London in the 1990s, where Dolores Umbridge is escaping before her trial, and you have to get her.
Ooh. Okay. You know what? I feel like this might be the most satisfying Harry Potter ride because nobody likes Dolores Umbridge. Everybody wants to get revenge on her because she's such a jerk.
She's the best
Awful, yeah.
villain.
Yeah, and
in
so now
anything I've ever seen.
so now you can catch her. And like that's got to feel, I don't know, that's just got to feel the best for every Harry Potter fan.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This one is ranked a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wow.
They're big omnidirectional vehicles. You shake around a lot. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of mixtures of screens and set pieces and characters. It sounds incredible. It's down a lot, but hey, it's early days. Think Rise of the Resistance. It's that kind of ride where
Yeah, that
you're
never
gonna-
goes down anymore.
Well, there you go. But yeah, it's kind of similar to the Gringotts ride too, where it's this isn't part roller coaster like that is, but still, physicality and story beat wise, it's that kind of attraction. And then the queue is going to be the same, another very immersive place. That was well timed.
Yeah.
All right. The last portal is the Isle of Berk. Have either of you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
Neither have I. I started it once. I'm like, oh, this is. I kind of like this, and then I think I fell asleep. I haven't been back.
Yeah, it
But
happens,
you know,
man.
there's a distinct style to it. I understand why. I'm not entirely sure why they made a live action version that's coming out. If not
Because
out already.
that's the thing.
why
man.
not?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's just what we're doing these
Renew
days.
the property before the park opens up. I get that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are tons of character meets in this area. It's themed after a cartoony Viking village. There are a few rides here. There is the fire drill, which is it ranked a 2 out of 10. Ride on a Viking ship that sprays water at targets. There are no drops. It's just a water. It's like 8 people on a boat, and you've got a hose. And you can shoot at targets on the side. You can shoot at other boats. You can shoot at people outside of the ride. It sounds like, pleasant.
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds good.
There's Dragon Racers Rally, which is a 6 out of 10, which is interesting. So very low capacity, but it's one of those kind of carnival-y attractions that it's got a bunch of little cars that you're strapped into, and it takes you up off the ground, and then it kind of swings you around. So you've got all this independent swinging at the end of a pole that is also swinging. And
It's all swinging, man.
and you can learn how to like lean into the turns and get your dragon to start spinning around, like having you go upside down and do loops.
Oof.
And pick up more speed
Wow.
as you go.
As Taryn would say, who would want this? Nobody wants this. It sounds
No, that's
wild, dude.
Yeah. And then the last attraction in the area is Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is it's a How to Train Your Dragon roller coaster.
Okay.
You're in a dragon. It goes. It is ranked an 8 out of 10 on a fear factor scale.
Wow.
And yeah, there are places to eat. I don't know a ton about the places to eat yet. I haven't seen a whole lot of information. I'll look into that more over time. But it seems like this is a great place to meet characters. Especially the How to Train Your Dragon characters. I'm sure there are going to be more monster characters at the right time of year. Nintendo characters as well. Lots of stuff to do over in the Harry Potter area, but I'm sure like Diagon Alley and everything else. Like any place, they've got some single rider lines. They've got the Universal Express Pass that applies to most of the rides.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, similar. Well, no, I guess.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by one of the things that I was reading. I don't remember reading earlier. Yeah. It's not the sort of place like most Universal parks. It's not really the sort of place for little kids.
Sounds like it.
They don't have as much to do. Your kids can eat.
Okay. There you go.
They might like the How to Train Your Dragon area. They might like Yoshi. They might like the basic How to Train Your Dragon ride. But yeah, the fire drill, not the Dragon Racers Rally. The fire drill, where you're on a boat and you shoot things with water.
Yeah, that
That's
looks fun. Yeah. Like the old shoot the water in the clown's mouth, folks.
Right.
In the carnival, midway.
Yeah, but there's really, it's not like so many things in Universal. It's not really designed that way. It's not designed for the whole family. Grandma and Grandpa might be left on the side. I know for sure my mom would probably get on almost none of these rides. Maybe the boat.
Well, look, man.
Probably the boat.
She can stay with the backpacks,
That was Mom's role for so many years, and still is at this point, I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, it's a Universal park. It's designed for young folks and the cool and hip people who can go upside down or spin in circles while riding a Wild Mouse coaster like Goofy's Sky School.
Right.
Without vomiting or anything.
Well, it sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound pretty cool. It's a lot of kind of e-tickets. It's a lot of really big
Sounds
stuff.
like it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's going to be you're going to spend a lot of time waiting unless you really want to fork over the cash for that express pass.
Yeah. Florida Boys in the chat saying they might make a Zelda land there in the future.
They have been talking about that. Yeah, more Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, Zelda land would be huge.
Oh yeah.
But see, and I think that would have. Here's my take on that. I think that they're going to have less scary rides on the fear factor scale. I think it'll top out at a 6. I'm going to guess because most Zelda fans are our age. We're unable to do those things. So I think it's going to be a lot more chill than How to Train Your Dragon or whatever.
I don't want to go not even the glider. I know it's iconic. I don't want the glider. Put me on a raft. Zola can come up and give me some lunch.
Hey, look. Very cool, man. Well, Epic Universe sounds awesome. Is that it? Did I cut you off?
Oh, RGH in the chat reminded me, when it comes to characters in the How to Train Your Dragon area, the Isle of Berk, one of the great things, they actually have some of the dragons running around. They are literally skin-on versions of the Boston Dynamics dog.
Oh, really?
You know, that wacky-looking robot that runs around? They made it into characters.
Oh, God, dude,
that's
I
kind
love
of freaky.
that. Yeah. I love it.
I do have a question. I don't know I can't remember if you said this or not, but the other two Wizarding Worlds, I guess, they connect with the train. Mm-hmm. You still have to pay for both tickets, but they can connect. Does this one also connect?
No. Oh. No, this park is about 4 or 5 miles away from the main campus.
Really?
So you'll have to take a shuttle over there unless you're staying at that hotel. Huh. For right now, even getting a ticket to the place is different. So they don't do the multi-day. Oh. Correct me if I'm wrong, the many concierges who are in the chat here. Marie is pointing out that most of the wait times have been pretty low except for Ministry of Magic in the opening week here. We'll see how long that holds out.
You know what the chat sometimes is for this show is it's just concierge folks working extra time. It's almost like a refresher course, or it's like a convention where we all get together and we just talk.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Them telling me how I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love it, man. Sounds cool.
Hey, you didn't have to sign up, sir. You didn't have to get a job.
That's right.
Not you, Jason. I'm talking to the chat.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. You'll be the first to know when I get a job.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Is
Karen,
that it?
You're number 2.
Are we done? Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Good job.
Sounds interesting, man. I'm excited about it. I think that'd be cool to maybe go back one day and do that. If we ever get back to Florida, I do want to go to Universal Orlando for longer than half a day.
Yeah.
I would like to do the Universal parks. Because like I said, we just did the Harry Potter stuff and like some Simpsons garbage, and that was it. Which I liked, by the way. I say garbage in the loosest term possible. I thought it was fun.
Oh yeah, it's still fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to do that. So maybe we can add this on. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch a YouTube video and call it good.
It'll be cooler that way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back, and then Taryn is going to tell us all about the delicious items over at the Disneyland 70th anniversary celebration happening now. And I don't mean just food. I mean stuff to do also, stuff to look at. Yeah, all sorts of nonsense and stuff going on at the 70th Disneyland Resort in Anaheim. So hang on, everyone. It's Ears Up. We'll be right back.
And now, back to the show that ignites your dream wish of imaginations and magical color wonderment of forever. Ears Up.
Hey, thanks for sticking around, everybody. Speaking of sticking around, you know what's sticking around? Here you go, stick with me. You know what's sticking around is this trend of non-alcoholic beers, everybody.
Okay.
And I am obsessed with trying them all. And the one I'm obsessed with right now is a little brewery in Berkeley called Fieldwork. And you can go to their website and order it. I think you can get them delivered since it's non-alcoholic. I don't know that it's like available in all states that way, But if you're in California specifically, you can do it. It's the Fieldwork Headliner IPA. This is the best tasting IPA that is non-alcoholic. It's the best tasting non-alcoholic beer I've ever had. And I used to love, I still do. I still love the Sierra Nevada, but they're very different. It's still very old school. This is a very new school hop blend.
Ooh.
But the cool thing is, it is brewed and canned by our friends at the 21st Amendment. I don't know if it's brewed there, but it's canned there for sure. So, everybody, am I supposed to say that? I wonder if I'm supposed to, like, are people supposed to know that?
Oh, no, we're behind the curtain.
I don't know. I mean, definitely not the brew part, I think, if that's accurate, which I don't think it is because they're in Berkeley anyway.
Somebody's got to can it. I mean, everybody's got a giant canning line.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. So let's just start over. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, explain that or whatever. So I can't use it as my segue.
Okay, so since we're starting over from the break.
From the intro, yeah.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, this is not like my normal show. Like so you guys got to really talk back and stuff. I don't have a lot. I have 2 pages.
Okay. Wow, we're just getting behind baseball, dude. I love it. I'm trying to think
You're
of
welcome,
something.
listeners.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Take 2.
And now, back to the show that ignites your dream wish of imaginations and magical color wonderment of forever. Ears up.
All right, thanks for hanging around, everybody. It is, okay, since it's summer, basically, essentially, I'm back to complaining about the temperature in the studio. It is, Taryn, take a guess. What temperature is it?
This is 82.8.
It's 82.0. And you're sitting by the window. It's just, I'm kind of impressed by that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's within,
I try and tell
0.8 differential. That's pretty good.
I try and tell you all the time, like, I know my temperatures.
I try to, first of all, you don't try to tell me all.
But, like, I'll stick my arm out the window in the car and be like...
And you're wrong.
Because the car will say, like, 78. And I'm like, it's not 78. And I'll stick my hand out and I'll be like, no.
And you'll be wrong.
No, I'm not.
You can't, on the one hand, use a thermometer to justify and solidify the fact that you're good at guessing the temperature. And then in the follow-up example, then refute the temperature on the gauge.
No.
And the refutal is the fact that you are good at telling temperature because you know that that's wrong.
Right, because we just left the garage where it's warmer, and the temperature gauge in the car has not caught up yet. And so by the time we get to Alice's school, then it's actually the temperature that I said, which is usually like 68.
This scenario
It happened.
has never happened in real life.
It has happened. You just never believe me.
This has never, the end point where basically, essentially, everyone stood up and clapped for you, that's never happened.
No, because
that's
you
never
won't
happened.
clap for me because you don't believe me.
I'm not sure what's going on, but sometimes I like to hear my voice too.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, if you want to cool down and you're looking for a great beer to try, go to the 21st Amendment section in your local, wherever you buy good beer, your local good beer store, your local tap room or whatever, and grab yourself a 21st Amendment. They have the Hell or High Watermelon, which is the classic summer beer. We were just at the 21st Amendment last weekend. Was it last weekend?
Yeah,
Saturday. We had a little meetup there. We met Mr. P, and we met our good friend Theo Brew, who I believe is in the Discord as Theo Brew, Aaron over there. He's on a big, just kind of like cross-country journey. He's nomading. He's a nomadic worker right now. So he's like, hey, I'm going to be in town for 12 years or whatever it is. And, let's meet up. So we finally met up, and it was a lot of fun. Our friend Nate came, and we just had a good time. We had like 15 people there. It was just neat. It was neat to hang out, and there's a lot of space. The thing about that I love about the San Leandro location is they have a big patio. And it's not just like, oh, here's some picnic tables and that's it. Like, there's a lot of room to spread out. So you don't need to, like, plan for extra. Some places are kind of either too small or their patio isn't fully sized for, an impromptu large gathering. But 2-1A in San Leandro is perfect for that. So I don't know if you're ever in town, come by the 21st Amendment in San Leandro. Look, I'll probably be there. But if you want to meet up for a beer on the weekend, man, we'll go there. It'll be a good time. But if not, if you can't make it, bring a little bit of San Leandro beer scene to your drinking fridge or whatever it is. 21st Amendment beers, Hell or High Watermelon, classic wheat beer, flavored with real watermelon juice, and it'll cool you off, man. And that's maybe what I need right now. Oh, by the way, it's 81.9 now, so we're cooling off, everybody. We're on a cooling trend.
Yes.
It's a dynamic situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, check them out. 21st-amendment.com. All right, Taryn.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 50th. Nope.
Nope.
A couple decades off. Let's talk about the 70th, whatever we're talking about. Birthday, anniversary?
Yeah, 70th anniversary of Disneyland.
All right, let's do it.
So 70 years of Disneyland. Of course, they're making a big to-do. And I thought we should have some bullet points. We should know what's going on for the 70th. That might be different from the 69th.
And every day since, yeah.
So, to start off, I think the most important thing to understand is that there's a theme song.
There's a theme song to the 70th. Okay.
Yeah, there's a theme song and an overall theme, which is to celebrate happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should also preface this with all of this, except for one part, maybe two parts, are so cringy. But we're going to stay positive because Disney is just doing their thing. This is what Disney does. It is not always my thing, but it's their thing and they love it. And other people love it too. So the theme song is the first clip I sent you. And this is called Celebrate Happy. And this is written and performed by the Jonas Brothers specifically for this 70th anniversary celebration.
All right, let's check it out, everybody. So far, I love it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's super good.
This is the only way to really love the Jonas Brothers. is just, there we go.
Put on your dancing shoes. We got a thing to do. It all starts with you. So let your light shine through. Get up and when the groove is feeling right, got to throw your hands up in the sky. A little bit of magic every night and every day. To celebrate. Oh, celebrate. Oh, yeah. Celebrate with love. Celebrate with everything you can dream of. Celebrate with who you are and where you come from. Celebrate happy.
The intro sounded like a corporate video, like this part right here let me turn this back on where it's like, I don't know. At Cisco Systems, we're here to automate your reality. So why not join us and learn more about what AI can do for you in the workplace? Sponsored by Workaday. Schedules.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it does. It sounds like one of those free songs
Yeah.
that you can find on YouTube.
Well, and so what? For Buena Vista Boys, I subscribe to this music service where there's a lot of songs and elements there that you can you pay a license fee for, and you can use the song and the thing. And a lot of them sound like this. It's the stomp, clap, whistle period of music. And every time I go, no, it's dated. It's so early 2000s. It's not my thing. I liked the middle part. That was kind of like good, but this part was very corporate music video.
It is not my style of music, but I can see it. I can see. It's fine. It's cute.
Okay.
Now that you've brought up corporate video, all I can think about is slides with as many wipes as possible moving
Oh,
to
yeah.
the next one. All of the animations.
Yes.
Make sure you get one that's spinny.
One that even bounces.
Yeah, dude.
Bounce it. Solitaire style.
I love it.
Beautiful.
All right. The Jonas Brothers.
So yes,
All
the 70th anniversary is a celebrate happy. And so to do this, there's a lot of different things that they're doing. So for one, they have a new World of Color show. And this is called the World of Color Happiness.
Okay. All right.
The show is hosted by Joy and the other emotions from Inside Out. And this explores the idea of happy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen the show, but I'm assuming like because it's all of the emotions, it's that you sort of have to have all of the emotions in order to have happy, right? You can't only be happy and not have sadness, that kind of deal. Right?
Sure. Well, not without heavy medication.
Yeah. Yeah. This is also what's cool about this is there is an interactive portion to this. So there's 2 shows for World of Color every day. Before the first show, on the app, there is a certain time where if you're in the park, you can vote for which emotion out of sadness, anger, disgust, or envy that you want to be featured in a special scene during that show.
That's cute. Okay.
So there's some interaction there. Uh-oh.
Well, see, now you did it on purpose. So here's
I forgot
Eric.
that it makes a sound.
Oh, Lord.
I'm.
All right, go ahead.
It's okay if other people do it, Eric, but come on.
No,
Yeah.
Just kidding.
that's it. I'm gifting everybody a sub.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
Okay. Back to the World of Color show. So the water show still includes classic songs, and this includes a new rendition of Rainbow Connection performed by none other than Boys to Men. Now,
I haven't heard that
Dude, stop.
this is the second clip, and it's not a clip, but start at like 30 seconds.
All right, well,
I know it's YouTube. It's not an ideal situation, but
it's all right.
The morning star. Somebody thought of that. Someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. So amazing that keeps us stargazing. And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers
I don't mind that one. I like it.
Oh, really?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I love Boys to Men. They have very nice voices. It's great.
Here's a comment. I can't go back to listening to Kermit the Frog's version after hearing Boys to Men's magical rendition. This is perfection. Been rocking with Boys to Men since 1992, and I have zero regrets. They've been doing this for almost 35 years, and they sound better than ever.
They do sound great for their age.
You could hear the compression. You could almost hear the friggin' settings on. It was so overproduced and compressed. It sounded strained through cloth.
It was great. It's Boys to Men.
I'm listening to it double streamed, so I can't really tell how quality it is.
Why are you doing that?
Because the alternative is me sticking my fingers in my ears and going, la, 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 listen to it later.
All right, well, there you go, man. Yeah, not my, look, it's not even my type of music, but I feel like Boys to Men, I don't know. That doesn't sound good to me. But anyway, go ahead, please.
I'm gonna mention because the chat has brought it up. I didn't include this, but the Muppets, they do like a safety spiel at the beginning before World of Color starts.
Okay, cool.
It's done by the Muppets now.
Nice. Be safe sitting there while watching this.
Yeah, like I that's why I didn't include it, because like I haven't seen World of Color in such a long time, and I'm like, what is the safety spiel? Like, why is there one?
If a plane is crashing, get out of the way.
Yeah, like I don't know. Don't jump in the water. So anyway, but that's nice. They get a little cameo. They're not going away completely.
Yeah.
And then finally for World of Color, there is also an original new song. I don't know if you guys, I might just be out of the loop here, but have you guys heard of a band called Fitz and the Tantrums?
No.
Yeah.
You have?
Yes.
Okay. So I have not heard of them, but I have heard one of the songs, and it's like a clap song. It's like you clap, 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 something like that. I don't know. But anyway, they created this original new song for World of Color, and it is the third link I sent you.
Okay, here we go.
Tastes like the first bite of chocolate, sunshine in my pocket. I'm grooving and I'm bopping away. Gonna hit up all my friends to meet me here in town. Yeah, we're giving out happy today. I'm feeling like it's our lucky day. Tell everyone we're gonna celebrate. It's like every moment led up to today. And it makes me wanna move.
I mean, it's not as offensive as the other two, but it's a little better. It's a little better.
It reminds me a lot of the Trolls movie.
Yeah.
There's a
It would fit there.
yeah. There's a true happiness to this song.
On a fear scale, for me, this is a 4.
That's fair. And I will say, I'll be honest, the first time I heard it, I just like, I was like, what are they doing? Like, who is, like, I did not like it at all. Like, it hurt my ears. I was just like, this is bad. But the second time, now I see it. So it's one of those songs. It just takes a couple times.
That's fair, man.
All right. So moving on.
Yeah.
We're now back in Disneyland, and the Paint the Night Parade is back, which is a parade that I actually really enjoy.
People loved
It's
Paint the
pretty
Night.
cool.
Yeah, it has a big following, man. It's almost second to like Main Street Electrical Parade.
It is for me. And I when it first came out, which was 2014, I immediately hated it because I thought it was just going to replace Main Street Electrical Parade because it's a nighttime parade. Mm-hmm. But then it didn't, and that one came back, and now they just sort of switch back and forth every few years. But this one, now that it's back, it's the one thing that is different about it for the 70th is that they brought back the Frozen float, which actually hasn't been a part of that parade since its original run in 2014.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
That's back, and it's apparently a fan favorite, supposedly.
I haven't verified with all the fans yet.
Yeah,
However,
I haven't spoken to every one of them. I'm waiting for a few calls back, but that's supposedly what it is. Then there is their new, we're going to call it a fireworks show, but it's really a projection show, and some nights there will be fireworks with it. And it's called Wondrous Journeys.
Okay, all right.
I'm surprised it's not called like Happy Journeys or something, but
yeah.
It's called Wondrous Journeys, and this is their newest version of the fireworks and projection show, and it takes a focus on Walt Disney Animation Studio classics, which inspired sort of the park's creation. And it takes you on a journey through it starts kind of like at the old classics, and then it moves on to the more modern, like Moana, things like that. This show is projected on Main Street, Sleeping Beauty's Castle. It's a Small World and Rivers of America. So you can watch this in lots of different places in the park. You do not have to be on Main Street to see this.
Okay, I like that. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the projection kind of motif. You know, it just never really looks great. But I suppose the benefit is this. You can put it other places and just pipe the music in, and it's still a show that everybody can watch at that time. So that's good.
True.
That's
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they're not calling it a fireworks show, which is what's interesting and a little different than I think in the past. It's just it's just this show, and then I think on nights where they can have fireworks, they will.
Okay.
But it's like in the past, on the nights without the fireworks, they just didn't have the show because they didn't have the projection thing back then, right? So now it's kind of cool because it's going to happen every night anyway, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then back in DCA, we have a parade, a daytime parade called Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration parade. And this features kind of the lesser known, some characters from the lesser known Pixar movies. Luca turning red, Up, and then some others.
I love the lesser known classic Up.
Well, I mean, Luca. I don't even know what
It's a
Luca
good parade. Yeah, they did that one a few years ago. It was good. I liked it.
That's good.
Then
I'm just teasing Taryn, that's all.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Then here's another projection thing.
Yeah.
It's called Tapestry of Happiness. And this is a projection show that is on It's a Small World. It's smaller scale than the big other projection show. This is only on the Small World facade. And this show brings to life Mary Blair's unique style. So it's all kind of in that Mary Blair style. And it features that Jonas Brothers song. And then it's going to have little clips and things of Disney's history. Not Walt Disney, but just the Disneyland history, which is kind of neat. Sounds kind of cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. Then there's so there's photos. You can look it up.
You sound really happy about whatever's going to happen.
Well, this is a me problem, and I understand that. Let me start there.
Okay.
But all of the characters, all the main Mickey and Friends characters have new attire for the 70th.
Yes.
And I dislike this.
We saw some of it on the AFV the other day.
We did. I dislike this not just because of the way they're styled, although I don't like that either. I don't even like Halloween at Disneyland when Minnie is dressed up for Halloween. Like, I just want to go to Disneyland and I want to see Minnie dressed as Minnie. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see Mickey dressed as Mickey. I want to see Donald dressed as Donald. I don't want to see them in costume. I want to be in costume.
What if Daisy wants to dress up for a change?
I don't want her to. And so anyway, that is.
She wants trad wife Minnie. She doesn't want. She doesn't want.
I do.
Female
Where are your
empowerment
muffins,
Minnie?
Yeah, I don't want witch.
They're burning in the oven.
Yeah.
No.
Why don't you stay in the kitchen, Minnie?
So, anyway, that's the caveat here. But so all the characters, all those main characters have new attire for the 70th, and I'm just gonna say it's odd. It looks more like the 50th celebration.
Yeah.
Because it's all very 90s, but then they tried to make it modern by making them asymmetrical.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, Mickey's shirt is cut at an angle, and so is Donald's. But then there are these, like, teal and purple and pink and very bright colors. And there's a lot of stripes. And it's just like, I hate it. But you know what? Whatever, you do you.
You know what? And it's not even, I'm trying to, figure this out. It's not even that it's cut at an angle. It's that, like, the jacket, Mickey's jacket is cut at an angle, and then also one side is lower than the other.
Yeah.
So they're angled. But it's just, I agree. It looks weird. And these are the conversations I wish I could have with people at Disney, is not to, be like, what the hell's wrong? But go, how does this decision get made? At what point does somebody go, what we should do is just style it like this, and then go, but why? Like, what are you trying to evoke? Maybe I just don't understand the direction that we're going here. But this looks funny. It doesn't look like a celebratory thing. But then also, there's only so much they could do, I guess. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Well, and here's the thing: the '90s are back. That is what is happening right now. It's come back around.
Come out in Jinko jeans and sell, dime bags between lunch. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's.
And that's the thing. It's not this part. This '90s is not back, but this was Disney '90s, and so
okay.
maybe that's maybe that's what they're going for, but honestly, I think I just realized why I don't like it so much.
Okay.
Because I do sort of have a visceral reaction to seeing them all in those costumes.
You do.
And those colors.
Yeah, you were punching me the other night for it. I'm like, it's not even me, dude. We watched AFE 2 days ago. You're like, I know, but I'm so mad. Just breaking spaghetti and staring at me.
It is extremely reminiscent of Michael Eisner times. And it's like
I don't see a problem there.
Every photo that I have seen of the Michael Eisner times when everything changed for the worse,
I guess.
That's what I see when I see these characters. No, thank you.
All right.
So you don't like the little color blotches are kind of like confetti.
No.
You know
What do we do? We're cutting up a casino carpet and we're putting it on our characters.
Yeah. It also, thank you. That just reminded me, Eric, that it also reminds me of the blow up castle.
You're feeding the monster.
Do you guys remember the blow up castle that went over so well?
Cake castle?
Yes, the cake castle.
My favorite castle.
Yeah, you're barking up the
wrong.
I'm
I'm
wrong pipe now, bro.
Oh, you're in luck. I don't have my cake castle glass with me tonight. This is my Epcot glass from the same 25th celebration.
See, I'll tell you what. A lot of things that we hate on design wise end up becoming beloved. I mean, just look at the prequels for Star Wars. People are suddenly starting to like those. And they have been panned for 20 years. Nobody likes them.
I have always liked them.
No, you have not. Stop it.
I mean,
okay.
I've never hated them.
Okay.
I've never hated them.
Exactly.
There
the
are
same.
awesome parts in each one, okay, Jason?
I also like
even if
Jar
it's
Jar
like
Binks.
2.
Yes, I agree. There are awesome parts in them, just like there are awesome parts of Michael Eisner and Bob Chapek.
Okay.
It's Michael Eisner's left toes.
Yeah, well, they're very
All
good.
5.
By CEOFeet.com.
Ew. Jesus. Okay. So that's characters.
It's my golden parachute. Yeah.
There's another pretty standard parade in Disneyland, daytime parade. It's called Celebrate Happy Cavalcade. Cavalcade, yeah.
I
can't say that word.
It's where all the drunk
Tiny
people
parade.
are marched out by Anaheim PD.
And this is more of a Mickey's and Friends dance party parade. So there's a lot of encouraging people to sing and dance along. And this is obviously goes through Main Street and all that. It's a pretty normal parade. Then this was weird. The Esplanade has a 50-foot contemporary sculpture inspired by the Sleeping Beauty's castle. And it has glass panels and charms that relate to the various lands in Disneyland. And not trying to be a jerk, but from the photo...
It comes naturally.
Yes, it does come naturally. I think it doesn't need to be there. It looks a little dumb to me. Like it looks like they gave themselves a trophy and put it in the middle of the Esplanade. And I'm like, we know. Like it looks and feels like it doesn't fit with anything. It doesn't fit in Disneyland. It doesn't fit in DCA.
For us, by us, man.
It doesn't fit in downtown. Like it's just weird. So you should look that up because it's weird. It's weird.
All right,
They've
I'm
been
looking at-
doing
what is it
stuff
called?
in the Esplanade for a while now. Like Pixar Fest had a thing, like a big, almost Tower of the Four Winds looking thing, mobile going on. I don't know. It's something.
All right, I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
It's not like it's ugly. It just
Okay.
it just doesn't make sense.
You know what? Okay, so it's the castle, but it's like deconstructed. I wouldn't even know the art style, but it's like like the spires of the castle, they aren't there, but the tops are, right? So it's very deconstructed. But it is very reminiscent of, it has Mary Blair color scheme, and it is also kind of Rolly Crump-ish Tower of the Four Winds, like you were saying a little bit earlier, but just right now. There's a lot of, it looks like it could be kinetic. There's a lot of thin piping around, a lot of arches, kind of stained glass, but in that kind of soft, more Mary Blair-esque kind of thing. I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty neat, honestly. I would live in it. I would live in it. That's my decision.
Wow.
I'm living here now.
That's an endorsement.
Yeah, I'm moving. See ya.
You know what I think it is now that I'm looking at the photo again? It's the stage that it's on.
It is on a pedestal. So you're right. It's like a trophy where, a trophy will have a larger pedestal that kind of taper up, and then there's a lot of, graphics around. That seems a little bit to kind of shadow it because it's not very tall. I mean, it's tall, but the pedestal is a good third.
And that's probably so
of
people
the
can't
thing.
touch it and
Yeah,
hang on it and stuff.
for
so
sure.
They do need something like that there, but
It is a little off-putting. Yeah,
it is.
for sure.
It's the style of the pedestal does not match the style of the cool thing on top
Yeah,
at all.
I would agree with that.
And I think that's what throws me off. Like I actually don't mind it, except I don't mind the castle part. I just don't like the bottom. But I'm picky, so.
Well, if you're going to take a picture that's the top without the bottom, then you need to have your camera low. Do I need to start working on my chin? Do I need to get a chin tuck before I do this?
Probably.
Okay.
But
all right.
everyone
Maybe
does.
I'll just grow my beard out and I'll just hide it.
That'd probably be easy.
That's
So-
cheaper.
So I was looking it up, and there's an article on Yahoo where apparently that thing is already gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. What was the point?
The return of fan favorite entertainment like Paint the Night and Wondrous Journey is, of course, a highlight. But beyond this, we are really impressed by some of the new offerings, including a new Mary Blair-inspired projection show at It's a Small World, yada, yada, yada. Taryn already said that. They have an Esplanade music loop.
Is it gone, or is it talking about the Mickey and Walt thing on top that they replaced?
I don't know anymore.
They did replace that because people said that the original. So like on top of each spire, there's like a little thing that represents each land.
Okay.
And there's one that looks like the partner statue.
Oh, okay.
And the original one that they put up there, people thought looked like Mickey Mouse was holding hands with Donald Trump.
Oh.
And it got called out a lot, and it does.
People will see whatever they
does.
want to and whatever they want to. Man.
It does,
It's funny.
though. And so they changed it, and the new one looks like Walt and Mickey.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then I don't know.
So-
that article was kind of ambiguous, so forget I even said.
I don't know. If anybody knows if it's still there, that would be probably good to know.
Olivia says the music is gone. It had its own music. It did look so much like Trump. So is it gone?
I think the music is
'Cause-
gone, but the thing is, yeah, I'm looking at a photo now. It does kind of because it looks like Trump's hair.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
'Cause
a wisp of
'cause it's like a
Cheeto in the
hat.
air.
Yeah,
They
that
have
is
Walt wearing a hat, I think.
that is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No.
All right. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so a couple cool things. Let's move on to things that Taryn likes. In It's a Small World, they have added a new character for the 70th, and it's Miguel from Coco, and he can be found in the Mexico portion of the ride.
Antarctica.
And even cooler than that is on Toy Story Midway Mania. They have little Easter eggs in there that have to do with the 70th. So, like, I think from what I could tell from the photo, I didn't do a whole lot of research, but it looks like instead of 50 points, it's 70 points. And, like, you can hit certain things like a sparkly 70 and you get extra points, things
That's
like
fun.
that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I might finally get above cat.
So I thought that was a cool addition to make the rides a little bit more fun during this time. And now, of course, there's merch. There's so much merch for the 70th that they have broken it out into 4 collections.
Oh, okay.
The first collection is called the Celebration Collection. And this is your very standard 70th anniversary specific apparel. This is like, the shirt that you probably have in your closet from the 50th and the 60th. Like, that's what this is. It's very classic styles of shirts and hats and all that stuff with the special 70th anniversary logo. Then there's the Castle Collection, which is more sparkly. and it's think more royal, like gold. It's still sweatshirts. It might be a sweatshirt still, but it's going to have gold Mickeys or gold castles on it, things like that.
Okay, so we have tiers of merchandise now.
Yes.
That's where we're at. We're tiering out merchandise now. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, there's only 3 collections. The third collection sounds awesome. Truly, Disney finally listened to us and they created a whole collection of retro stuff. So a lot of this collection has the retro logo. It looks like something that you would find in your great grandma's closet from opening day. Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I really, if I were to buy any of this stuff, I definitely would be looking at the Vault collection.
That's what it's called, the Vault collection?
Yeah, and it's designed to be nostalgic and classic, and I love it. That's my kind of thing right there.
Okay. Old is what you're saying.
Old. Yeah. I love old things.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Not colorful.
No,
not asymmetrical.
Not asymmetrical.
No, not teal. And also, of course, there's some new, on the more expensive side, 70th inspired jewelry and watches, things like that. There's toys, and then of course, I'm sure everybody has already seen the key to Disneyland, which we talked about, I think, on the last show, and it's very interactive, and I think it's $65, and you do all this stuff, and then at the end you get a pin. And then you can collect all the pins if you want to try, but then you have to get another one for $65. Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, people are very upset about this too. It's very mixed.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. Like,
right.
That's the thing. Like, I don't feel like you should be upset about it because you don't have to do it. Like, it's okay.
You don't have to do it.
Like, I have to see the characters in their garb. You don't have to buy the key, you know?
Yes, you don't have to buy the key, but people are going to, and a lot of people are upsetty because, you got the resellers coming in and buying all those keys, so then kids can't buy them, and it's just like, but they're gonna have more. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say if it was an issue or not. But that's what I'm saying online is a lot of people were not happy about that.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, finally, we're going to get into Eric's favorite part, which is the food.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
For the 70th. First, in perfect Disney style, there are 70 new items for the 70th anniversary.
That's crazy.
I am not going to go through all of them.
No, thank you.
I'm going to go through, 6-ish.
Okay.
So, first, there's a Celebration Matterhorn macaroon.
Hey.
And
That's
Jason, you'll be delighted to know it's the same macaroon.
Okay.
It has the white chocolate on top. And the difference is that it has sprinkles. So it's a celebration.
It's like confetti.
Matterhorn. Yeah.
Yay.
Even better. They didn't screw it up.
Yeah, and that is $8.29 at
$8 now?
They were always that much.
No, they weren't.
Dear.
No, they weren't.
That's why when you would buy like 4 of them, I'd be like, okay.
They were not $8.
They were like 7.
7 and 8 are different. 7 is lower than 8.
Yes, but it is also now 2025.
I understand.
And those are available at the Holly Jolly Bakery.
You're telling me I'm wrong, and then you tell me that I'm right, but I'm wrong. How dare you?
Nice to meet you. My name is Taryn.
Continue.
Also at the Holly Jolly Bakery is a strawberry shortcake macaron. Not to be confused with macaroon. Now this this has vanilla buttercream, strawberry jam, and fresh strawberries with strawberry whipped topping and strawberry crunch. And this is also $8.29. This actually looks like it should be $8.29.
Yeah, that sounds like that's worth. Like if you're talking like purchase equivalency or what am I trying to say? If it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
This sounds more like there's more effort involved in it.
There is
than
for
the
sure.
Matterhorn macaroon, which the Matterhorn macaroons are. It's a box mix. that they're not going to. It's a box mix from friggin' U.S. Foods. Like it's not. They're not sitting there making it. They're adding water to a mix and shaping it. Like it's not hard.
No, it's not hard, but they're still good. They're delicious. There's nothing wrong with box mixes.
I love them, but I'm saying like the effort that it takes to make that versus a strawberry macaroon or macaron or whatever. Like it doesn't to have the prices be the same.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, and not
Macarons are always tough.
And not to mention, this is not a normal macaron. This is shaped like a slice of cake. It is absolutely adorable. It comes with a little edible candle that sits on top.
See, we're finally getting these like cool foods that we usually see in the Japanese park.
Yes, it is super cute.
You know, I love it.
I don't like macarons, but I would want to get this because it looks so cute. It looks so nice.
Yeah.
There is also, lastly, at the Holly Jolly Bakery, you can get a vintage Mickey Mouse cookie hat. No, vintage Mickey Mouse hat cookie. Not cookie hat cookie.
Is there a difference? Is that a difference without a distinction? Like,
yeah, because a Mickey Mouse cookie hat would be a cookie. Because I would think that then it's a hat made out of cookie.
Isn't it?
But this is a cookie that's
made
in the shape of a hat.
There we go.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Why didn't it show up in the thing though? That's weird. Anyway,
so this is a pretty standard cookie.
So it's a cookie shaped like a hat, not a hat made out of a cookie.
Not a hat made out of a cookie. This is a cookie. This is a cookie cutter. This is a hat cookie cutter, a standard Mickey hat. But it is painted with like the old school, the original kind of Mickey Mouse Club logo. Okay. Very cute. It's $6.79. I personally wouldn't pay for that because I don't think that those cookies they don't ever taste good, but it looks very nice.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad price for a cookie that looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Next, in Tiana's Palace.
Yep.
I knew I was going to do that too. Tiana's Palace, there is a house-filled celebration beignet for $5.99. And this is filled with raspberry mousse, with a buttercream glaze, and an edible candle, and sprinkles.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, and here's the thing. The glaze, the buttercream glaze is this bright blue color. It looks like a very fun dessert, but do not tell me this is a beignet because it's not. Like if you look at it, it's not a beignet. It's a donut. Like you're calling it a beignet because it's at Tiana's Palace, but it's a filled donut. And also it looks fun for a child. It looks kind of disgusting for like anybody over the age of 5. Like it does not look like something I would want. And it's the cheapest thing on on what I chose to talk about.
Okay.
But
small bit of dough with a whole bunch of junk inside.
Yes. And just like the it's really the buttercream glaze, that just bright blue color. It's actually the same blue that I don't like on the costumes. It's just like a lot.
Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But over at the Tropical Hideaway in Adventureland, you can get a pineapple upside down sundae. Now this is made with Dole Whip, the Dole Whip pineapple, caramel drizzle, and pineapple upside down cake, topped with a maraschino cherry. And this is $8.49.
Sounds
pretty good.
It does. It's fine. Pineapple upside down cake is good.
Yes.
Okay, it's very retro. It's very whatever. But I don't know. To me, it doesn't really scream special dessert. But that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. It probably tastes just fine.
Yeah. But it incorporates the Dole Whip, which is kind of a nice thing. And you're right, it is retro, and that's kind of what they're going for. So I think it works. Now, this sounds like my favorite thing. This next one. Oh, I didn't see where this was. Shoot. I don't know where you get this. I apologize. But
I'll tell you.
Cowboy fries. These are $13.99, and it's fries with nacho cheese on top, sautéed ground beef, burger sauce, which I think is kind of like In-N-Out sauce, and butter pickles. I don't like butter pickles. I like regular pickles, but we'll let that go. But that sounds so good.
Golden Horseshoe.
Golden horseshoe. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they're basically like deconstructed burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds delish.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at pictures. It doesn't look great. But food to me doesn't really photograph very well anyways.
It looks like such a gut punch. I love it.
Yeah, dude.
You eat this, watch a show, then go on Big Thunder. Oh, love it.
For sure, dude.
Love it. And then lastly, of course, they have upended their churro and made this brand new churro for everybody for the 70th. And it is a classic churro. So you've got your regular churro rolled in ube sugar. So it's purple.
Okay.
And it's topped with a marbled blue raspberry icing drizzle and sprinkles.
We love an icing drizzle this year.
We really
That's like
do.
it's the year for icing drizzle.
And blue.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, that fits, but like
And I'll be honest, I looked at this and I'm a real classic churro person. I kind of just want my regular cinnamon sugar. I don't even want to dip it. I don't want chocolate. I don't want anything. I just want cinnamon sugar and donut.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people like these. And so when I saw it, I went, ew. I would never even want to try that. But Alice happened to be sitting next to me and she started drooling. And she was like, can we go there and get that? I was like, okay, well, that's what
She
it's
doesn't even
for.
know what it is. It's just colors to her.
Yeah.
I mean,
but she knew it was a churro.
yeah.
She
I mean,
knew
you're
she
not
knew it
wrong,
was
but
sweet.
She knew it was a churro and
Yeah.
she went, I want to get that.
yeah, the churros for me are very weird. Very plain, classic churro. I love our neighbors, dude.
So cool.
I don't even like going. I don't even look. I don't even give it a second glance. That California churro cart in downtown Disneyland. None of it interests me. There's like 18 different churros. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And I'll be honest, I rarely see anybody in line there.
Yeah,
I rarely see anybody getting those things. So maybe I'm not the only one.
it's true.
But also, you gotta take the classics and what people are looking for, and then dress it up a little bit. So I mean, I get it. It feels a little sacrilegious to me, but then I realize like, it's a friggin' pastry. Who cares, dude?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're nixing my next episode, California Churro Cart and Hot Diggity Dog.
Yes. Which one is right for you?
Yeah.
Right. Neither. Okay. Next episode.
Yeah. We did it, guys. We did it, folks. We did it.
No, stop it. But we did do it. And that was the 70th. That is
Good
what's
segue.
happening in the 70th
All right.
anniversary. And
We made it.
let us know if you go and if you have fun.
Yeah.
Look, it seems fun. It seems fine. I personally prefer to go to Disneyland on non-anniversary years because it's a lot. And it feels really fake. Like, I just want Disneyland to be Disneyland. I don't want it to be this other thing.
I love the celebration of the fake park feels fake. What feels fake
Meanwhile,
about it?
I will be there on the actual anniversary.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a busy day.
Reporting live.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow, how fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, the characters, it's like a big deal for me. Like, when I go into the park, I want it to the only ones that I will accept are the Christmas ones because it's so sweet. The Christmas costumes are very nice.
All right.
They look so warm and cozy.
All right, man. I get it. That's cool. Good for you, Taryn.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for the breakdown of what's going on at the Disneyland Resort for the 70th anniversary of the park. Very exciting stuff. And Eric, thank you for the Epic Universe breakdown. We've been doing a lot of Universal content lately, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of neat to learn about another park that people go to that still listen to the show.
Cool. I mean, it for me, I've actually been there a few times lately because for a while, Brandy and I would just go and do Harry Potter for a little bit and then leave.
Yeah.
And then spending a little more time there over the last year. Like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
Yeah,
Of
why
course
not?
it's fun.
Exactly right. So I appreciate everybody for doing all the hard work today on the show. Thank you very much. I was going to do some news, but, there's really not a whole lot going on. Lilo and Stitch is out, and people like it.
Tomorrow.
There you go. That's it. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning into the show. I really do appreciate it. If you want to learn more about the shows we have, go to EarzUp-podcast.com. Check us out over on our Etsy page, and you can find all that link to all the links to everything over on the website. And become a Patreon supporter, yada yada yada. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And until next time, we'll see you later.